Can you think yourself into an abundant life? Many people who enter into the spiritual realm and discover that your thoughts can change your life, that how you think is a reflection of what you experience, buy into the idea, and they do affirmation after affirmation after affirmation about being abundant or being healthy or whatever it is. And they sit there with an expectation that things will change. So I'm just going to say to you that thinking is a part of the process. It's not the whole process. The whole process is about building the belief. That belief starts, number one, with imagination. Can you imagine a healthier life? Or let's take it, a more abundant life. Can you imagine not being in debt? Can you imagine having an investment portfolio? Can you imagine having enough money to do whatever you want, when you wanted, and how you wanted? Can you imagine that? If you can, then you start thinking about it. You start thinking about it over and over and over and over. So it becomes the predominant nature of your thought. If it becomes the predominant nature of your thought, then you speak only about it. You don't speak about poverty. You don't speak about lack. You speak about abundance. Then you've got to go and you've got to act. You have to act as if you were an abundant person. How do abundant people act? And here's the big one. You've got to feel like you're an abundant person. Abundant people do not hoard money. Abundant people understand that money is energy. It's an exchange of energy. And therefore, they know when they give energy, they receive energy. Abundant people understand that when they use their unique gifts and provide greater and greater and greater service to others, more abundance comes back to them. Now, this formula of imagination, thinking, speaking, acting, and feeling is not just the formula for abundance. It's the formula for health. It's the formula for relationships. It's the formula for getting a great career. It's the formula for developing a great spiritual practice. It's the formula for building great friendships. It's one formula because there's just one way the universe works. It is done unto you as you believe. First, you have to imagine what you want to create in belief. Secondly, you build the belief. You build it by thinking, speaking, acting, and feeling only toward the desired result that you have created in your mind. And when you align everything consciously and unconsciously, and you are persistent and consistent with your focus, and you build the belief, you will have the abundance. You will have the health. You will have the relationships. You will have the connection. And you'll know that you've built the belief when you have them. If you haven't gotten them, a couple things could have happened. One, you haven't really built the belief because you haven't really created it. You haven't imagined it enough. Or you may have a belief deep down underneath that you're not worthy. Who am I to have this type of abundance? I don't know how you were brought up, but my parents were brought me up. They were poor. They did not have an abundant outlook. Money doesn't grow on trees. Who do you think you are? The bank? Where are you going to get that money from? You got to save it. Money's hard to get. You ever hear those things? I was brought up and raised on that. I've had a lot of work to do to change my inner belief about abundance. I can tell you it's possible because I'm living a life much different than my mom and dad did. A much more abundant life. A life as abundant as my beliefs will allow me to believe at this time. I'm still working on increasing my abundance consciousness. Why? Because the more money that I get, the more good I can do with that money. You see, money's not the root of all evil. It's your attachment to money that is the root of all evil. And evil is simply the opposite of growth. It's the opposite of expansion. So that's my simple message today. You can think good thoughts, but please align your words, your actions, and your feelings with those good thoughts. And give a real clear picture to the universe about what it is you're thinking, speaking, acting, and feeling, and then hold it. Develop discipline. Develop discipline. With that, it's your day. Make it a great one. Much love and aloha.